Hi everyone, this is Miss Zahra and this is the third review video for the science exam for 2024-2025. So this one is about lesson 3 in module 1 and it's all about weathering, erosion and deposition. It's for 16 marks, 2 of them will be multiple choice and 1 is a written response question. So let's review what can break a rock and what do we call the small pieces of rock. So weathering breaks rocks. We learned our song, weathering breaks it, erosion takes it, deposition drops it. So try and remember the song and sing the chant to remember those words. Weathering breaks the rock, and when it breaks the rock into small pieces, and the small pieces called sediment. Sediment are the small pieces of broken rock. So there's 2 ways we can break a rock. We can smash it using physical force. Remember the th sound in English for force. Physical force is used to break the rock. For example, when water freezes, the ice expands, and when water freezes, it makes ice. When the ice expands, it pushes and it will cause this rock to crack. We watched a video how it can melt during the day and then it moves down and it keeps happening over and over until it breaks the rock apart. The second word, abrasion. Abrasion, when we hit the rock. So when that rock is bumping and hitting into each other, it's tumbling and rolling around, it hits each other and it starts to break off pieces. It can happen with the water or in a river, or it can happen with wind. With wind, there are little pieces of sand inside of the air, and as they hit this rock, they start to wear away the surface of the rock and they break it and make these beautiful shapes in it. Animals can also break rock as they are building their homes. Their homes are called burrows. So when they build their homes, they break the rock. And the plant's roots can also break the rock as they look for water. So those are all ways we can physically break a rock with force. Chemical, ch in chemical for change. Chemical weathering breaks the rock by changing it. It weakens the rock by making it somehow, it changes what it's made of to make it weaker and softer and easier to break. One example is when water, oxygen, and iron join together, they make rust. Rust is this crumbly orange thing, and it makes the rock very weak and it breaks easy. Another thing that can break rock is acid. Acid can come from when water mixes with different things inside of rock. It can turn into acid. And also living things can make an acid, like these little things on the rock called lichens. From their body, they make an acid, and this acid breaks the rock. Okay, so we spoke about breaking the rock. Weathering breaks it into little pieces called sediment. But then the sediment doesn't stay here, it moves. And that moving of sediment is called erosion. So weathering breaks it, erosion takes it. It moves it to a new place. After it moves it to a new place, it drops it. And this is called deposition, drops it. So weathering breaks it, erosion takes it, deposition drops it. When it drops it, we can see how our sedimentary rock is made. Okay, so what moves it, breaks it, and drops it? There are different things. Over here we have 3 things: water, ice, and wind. Water from rivers or rain can move the rock, and then it can also drop it like we saw when we saw landforms. At the mouth of the river, it will drop this rock to create little pieces of land called deltas. Ice, from when we say ice, we mean the big glaciers of ice. These glaciers, as they slide over the land, they break pieces of rock and take it with them. And eventually the ice will melt and leave the pieces of rock behind. And you will see these deep grooves and scratches in the rock, like something is clawing at it and scratching it down. And that's from the ice. Wind will make sand dunes. We've all seen these. Living in the UAE, what made it? Wind. Wind dropped it, it deposited it to create mounds of sand called dunes. And this is how water, ice, and wind have changed our land. There's one thing not listed over here, and that is gravity. Gravity pulls everything down. And because it does that, sometimes if we have rock on a hill and it's loose, gravity will pull it down and make it fall at the bottom. So let's look at an example. What caused this dune to form? And if we look at it, it is obvious that it's this, but our term we're going to use is wind. Wind caused this dune to form. What caused the sea arch to form? It is, over here we can see the waves. So it was abrasion from the waves. So the action of the waves or the water hitting into the rock constantly. Here, this is what I told you. You can see those scratch marks inside of the rock, and this was formed from the glaciers or the ice. Here you can see gravity caused this to fall down. Okay, so again, just to review, weathering breaks it. Erosion takes it. We can use move, break, move, drop. So weathering breaks it, erosion takes it, and deposition drops it. The it we are talking about, sediment, a small piece of rock. Okay, so weathering breaks it, erosion takes it, deposition drops it. Here are some possible questions that you can get. I've tried to list as many as I could. So over here I have some with some pictures. And here is just writing. Okay, there's so much information from these pages, so I tried to list just the basic things in this video. I hope it helps you, and good luck.